we go. I love that theme. It's kind of a jaunty, catchy little 3/4. Hi, Scott. How are you, my friend?
I'm very good. And you, Anthony?
Good. We have the whole gang here tonight. Except for Carl. Carl is celebrating Thanksgiving with his family. A day early. He has his mom with him. Carl, so we'll miss you. And everybody else, have a wonderful Thanksgiving. 4-day holiday. Thanksgiving is a bigger vacation than Christmas in the States, right? It's a really big vacation.
Not for me. I work tomorrow.
Oh, on Thursday?
Yes, I work from 9 to 2.
Oh my goodness!
Retail is brutal.
My God, I thought maybe Friday, you'd have to work, and
No, Friday, Saturday also, but that's okay.
Well, let me just put for everybody who's watching. Let me just put this up, and there is Scott Wilson. Scott is a longtime audiophile and record collector. I wrote this, by the way, Scott. You can change it. So Scott is now writing with Audiophilia, and we're so proud of him on our masthead. And Angie, who's on tonight in a second, she's sending him up a Perpetuum Ebner, I think is the name of the turntable. So he's doing that for his next one, and then we're going to be a Phase Mission cartridge with it. Angie's really so kind. So we'll have those 2 reviews, and then he has another big boy review coming, another big turntable coming. Are you allowed to announce that yet or not? No, that's it. It's fine.
No, let's wait a little bit.
No, wait. Okay, no problem, bud. Well, they can wait. Okay, so there's the slide. So now let's just get our friends up. Jim.
Hi.
And
Jim.
And
Jack. Angie.
How are you guys?
Happy Thanksgiving to the U.S. guys.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Happy Thanksgiving to you. Yeah.
The Canadian one was, well, in England they have Harvest Festival, which was like way back,
Well, that's a can of baked beans on toast and a can of sarsaparilla. That's the equivalent. But you have turkey and all the trimmings, don't you?
Oh,
maybe some mushy peas, Jim.
That's with the fish and chips. Yeah, you can have that as well.
and curry sauce.
Yeah.
Oh God.
And cranberry sauce.
Well, yeah, cranberry. Yeah, cranberry sauce. Maybe Alan will come up tonight. Anyway, it's great to see everybody. So notice what we're doing. We've got our team, and Angie has joined the team because she's always there with us and incredibly kind. So there's Anthony and Scott are the co-hosts. Jim is with us, been with us from the beginning, and Jack, of course, the great sub, is now full time. He has to come up every week, whether he likes it or not. And Angie, of course, with her incredible records. I said, this Canada Post, we won't be able to get any records. She said, I just have to go down to my basement. She was really bragging, so that'll be good. And I've seen her basement. It's pretty amazing. A lot of goodies down there. Carl, I was just telling everybody, Carl is not here tonight. Carl's celebrating Thanksgiving with his family, I think a day early because his mom's there. So let's just go through some. Joey, hi, everybody. Hope everyone is well. It's the best night of the week. Hey, Joey.
Hey, Joey.
Hey, Joey.
And it's Hillary Hahn's birthday today. Happy birthday, Hillary. Hi, Armin. Armin, are you ever going to come back up? Or did you?
Yeah.
You're allowed. You're allowed. Joey,
Definitely.
Great theme. My little 3/4 little ditty. And Joey says, "Congratulations, Scott Wilson." Absolutely. And
Oh,
Leanne,
thank you.
hello, dear Leanne. Scott said, "Congrats, Scott."
Thank you.
And Leanne from Lachute, Quebec. Hello, everyone. Sky, good evening, all. Happy Thanksgiving. Hi, Sky. KRWD, the only classical live stream worth watching is here. Well, I say the more the merrier, and you can never get enough classical music. But we love talking about classical, everything classical, and high-end audio. We're going to be doing some things about cartridge tonight. We've got the Oracle here tonight, so I want to talk about cartridges and retipping. That's been a bit of a sore point for the last little while. And Frederick, can you read that, Scott?
Oh, yes. He says, nice review, Scott. Also, the Record Store Day video on your channel that came out today.
Which is, when you talk about that, Scott?
Yeah. Would you like me to talk about it now?
Yeah, go right ahead.
Oh, sure. Well, the last 2 Record Store Days, Elemental Music, who's pretty much produced by Zev Feldman. He is the person who goes and finds these archives with these tapes. And a lot of times they're average recordings, you know, they're done in very different places. So there's no real consistency. But this one really stood out of this last batch. It's recorded in Norway at a jazz festival. And I was super impressed with it. I was very surprised. I thought, you know, maybe it's going to be one of these found recordings with average sound quality, but it's actually quite good. And the performance is wonderful. A very, very worthwhile release. Of course, you have to stand in line to get one tomorrow on Friday, but maybe you can pick one up on the aftermarket. If it's not too expensive, it would be worth it.
You know, Scott, I never stand in line because there's only a few records I want, and I'm 150 years old, and it's cold out, and 2 hours later on eBay, they're probably another $20, and it's worth
Yeah.
it's worth it to pay the $20 for that.
I agree. I've never done it myself, and I do the same thing. The next day, I find it for a couple dollars more.
Yeah,
but
that's so. I've got 3 or 4 Bill Evans ones, aftermarket ones, and they're all great. Well, first of all, Bill Evans is a genius, and his trios are great. So I had one from Denmark, which with the Danish Radio Orchestra. I mean, it's just wonderful. And another one done by René Laflamme and Nagra. Their reissues was very, very fine. So that was Scott's video today. So go watch that. And of course, and here's our videos.
Good job, Scott.
It was wonderful as usual.
Thank you.
The benchmark, the Rolls Royce of YouTube. Not quite so Rolls Royce. Well, maybe the Bentley. No, the Bentley. We're the Chevrolet Chevelle. We have the Audiophilia Products of the Year coming on Sunday. So we have the publication at Audiophilia, and we also have a video coming up. They'll be on 8 o'clock on Sunday morning Eastern Time, and then at 8:05, Audiophilia Recordings of the Year, which all these guys put in as well. Okay, so that's that. So let me just remove that for now. And Scott, Joey has a question for you, or Jack, or anybody. Joey says, "What are your thoughts on Miles Davis' Birth of the Blues?"
I haven't heard it yet, so I'm not sure.
I think it's
very excited about it. I think it's a great
must-have. It's going to be a must-have.
Yeah, I would say so.
You know, it wasn't a sound check by any means, but it was done with the same group as Kind of Blue. A couple, you know, a little bit before they recorded Kind of Blue. The tunes are not modal like Kind of Blue. There's some standard tunes in there, and I think it's a must-have. I'm pretty Miles Davis is out. I'm kind of blued out. I don't need any more Kind of Blue. I've had enough Kind of Blue. But that group, you know, someone asked me to put together my 10 favorite trumpet players, and I'm not sure Miles would be in the top 5. I don't think he was that great a player. What he was good at is putting groups together and quintets together. And this was an exceptional quintet. And I'm sure it's recorded well. And I've already ordered. They're out of the blue vinyl copy already. That's sold out.
Really? Wow.
I think they sold through the first batch of 5,000 of the black too, but it's being repressed.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. And Flaming Groove listens. I love that name. Does anyone have an opinion on the Berliner Philharmonic's Sibelius Symphonies 1/7 by Jim's friend Simon Rattle? They came out on vinyl in 2019. Jim, have you heard them?
I've heard a couple of them. Yeah, I think they're good. I mean, some people think that Rattle's very cool interpretations, but I mean, I think they're good. But I mean, to be honest, I'm not a great Sibelius listener. I mean, I wouldn't sort of go out of my way to listen to the entire Sibelius thing. I mean, I like 1, 2, 4, 5, and 7. But I mean, I like 1 and 2 very much. There's something about those symphonies. I think Sibelius 1 was the very first symphony I ever played of Sibelius. I just think it's a wonderful piece. It's quite quiet.
Oh, there's some amazing parts of Sibelius.
Yeah, I mean that clarinet introduction, is quite mind-blowing, really, for a symphony. But anyway.
Well, it's interesting.
A lot of,
sorry, Jack, go ahead.
No, there's a lot of great cycles out. I mean, there's I've got probably half a dozen of them on CD, and
even the Marcella is really good on vinyl. It's very good at the Vienna Phil.
Yeah.
The thing about Rattle is he doesn't get great notices as far as his recordings were concerned. I remember when he was young, I saw him conduct Das Lied von der Erde and the Peter Maxwell Davis Symphony when he was 21 with the Philharmonia. And he was just a remarkable talent. And we were all sitting there thinking, oh my God, like he's good looking and he's skinny and he's so swashbuckling with his conducting. But his recordings with the Philharmonia, name me one that's good. They're all terrible. I'm sorry, I shouldn't say that. They're all challenged in some way, I think. Not good. His Planets, his Symphonia, his Janacek Sinfonietta is not good. So then he gets to the Berlin Phil and the CBSO recordings. Excuse me. They're very good, but the orchestra is playing out of this because the trombones play a little bit sharp and the soloists are not first rank. It's a fine orchestra, and he turned it into a very good orchestra. But then he got Berlin, and his recordings. It's like Dudamel. What recordings has he made that are great? What matches Furtwängler or Bruno Walter or Toscanini? They don't.
Well, the interesting thing is, Rattle at that era, in the London concert scene was actually, the London concert scene was vibrant. It was exciting. The festival hall had 2 or 3 concerts a week on with everybody from Lorin Maazel to Colin Davis to, last week, the only concert I think the only concert that was on last week really was the 97-year-old, what's his name, the Danish guy conducting the Philharmonia.
Got great reviews.
In Mahler 9. Well, yeah. But that goes to show the state of orchestral work in London in a way that how many 97-year-olds are they going to be able to call upon to sell out the festival hall? Nobody else seems to be selling out the festival hall. And I think that's the trouble. When, of course, Rattle went over to Berlin, I think there was a sort of expectation that he was going to do the same in Berlin as he did in Birmingham. Well, of course, that wasn't going to happen because it was already, the Berlin Phil. And I think a lot of people were amazed that an English conductor, particularly, managed to get his hands on that orchestra because it was just, unheard of. But and I think the problem is it gave him a huge sort of, it was a marker to live up to. And a lot of people, I think, have been, quite unfairly savage sometimes because, as you know, there's an awful lot of politics in Berlin, and it hasn't changed since he's gone.
Tough orchestra. They own the orchestra. They run the orchestra. They choose the players.
So I think the problem with any conductor, Claudio Bardo, they actually they ran him out of town in a way because they didn't like working with him.
Claudio, can you believe it?
Yeah. He gave up in the end because he wasn't getting what he wanted. And, it's only now coming out in dribs and drabs from various conductors and other people how difficult Claudio found it. All these things are amazing. So, you have to take a lot of things into account when you're saying, what do you think of this version or that version?
Well, it's going to be well played. The Sibelius cycle,
absolutely.
It's going to be well played and well recorded. But, are you going to get, Tuxen from 1925, doing the Sibelius symphonies? No, it's the way it is.
The other thing too, Anthony, is that with Sibelius and with Mahler and even Bruckner, the bar is so high now because there's so many good recordings.
Oh, exactly.
Yeah,
fact, I was listening the other day to the Jarvie. I think it's on BIS records. The sound is great. And you go with the home team, when you listen to Sibelius. I mean, I think it was the Helsinki Orchestra. And
Yes.
man, it was great. And there's so many good recordings. The bar is so high that if you're going to do a Sibelius cycle, you better knock it out of the box.
Well, you know, high school orchestras can play it.
Yeah.
I remember doing a duty in the competition, and it was in New York, and this Brooklyn High School Orchestra played Shostakovich 5, and there was a couple other people on the panel. There was a Juilliard lady, and they were being critical. I was like, my God, you know, in Canada to hear that, you know, it's amazing. Anyway, Jeff Whitehead, I'm not sure if you knew Jeff. Has anybody seen Jeff before? Anyway, it's great to have you, Jeff, whether you knew or not.
Yes, I've seen him on my channel.
Oh,
Yeah,
way to go.
Comments regularly.
Super thankful to have such a wealth of knowledge available to guide me in the direction of penultimate pressings of amazing music. Thank you, gentlemen and lady. Yes, of course. Can't forget that. Okay. Scott,
Thank
question
you,
for you, bud.
For Scott, is the VPI analog drive system a successor to the synchronous drive system? Also, does it accommodate 45 RPM? Yes and yes. I guess that there was some trouble sourcing some of the components of the SDS unit because it has digital components in it. And for that reason, they decided to go back and redo it as an all analog system. So all these parts are easily available, and it has replaced it. Some people prefer the older one. I've never heard it, and yes, it does accommodate 45 RPM. Simple switch on the front, and you can control the speed and the platter turning on and off from the front of the unit. Very, very nice.
Scott, I might have an SDS if you want to compare it.
Oh, yeah?
I can send it up with the table.
I wonder if I would be able to tell.
She's ready to spoil you. Boy, she's ready to spoil you, buddy. I'm telling you. My God.
I'm pretty sure I still have it.
Yeah?
If I have
Okay.
it, I'll send it up and you can compare them.
Okay.
Oh, that'd be fun.
That would be
Firsthand.
interesting.
Sky, what are your thoughts on Elisa Weilerstein, the cello player? So when Sky, if you come up, let us know, because he knows how much it's from Joey, he likes strings. Yeah, I think she's a good, fine cellist. I mean, and our friend James, did I hear somebody say Cell Sibelius second vinyl? The only one, the one to have is the Tokyo Live with Cell and the NWO Orchestra. That's the Northwest Ohio Orchestra. I was watching a lot of Cleveland snippets today. The algorithm on YouTube, once you watch a video, say the Cleveland Orchestra channel, then they'll keep putting up. So I kept on bumping the Cleveland Orchestra, and they were quite good. They were quite good. I will tell you, sometimes I look at orchestras. Jim will have an idea about this, and sometimes they live and die with the second violin section, and having a great lead second violin. And Cleveland has the absolute best. I'm trying to remember his name, but he's incredible. There's a Nijnhelder, which we can talk about later. With them playing in Miami, they have a Miami residency, and his you can't take your eyes off him. He's mesmerizing. The LSO had David Alberman for many years. He just retired. He's brilliant. And Jan, I saw the Philadelphia a couple of years ago with Yannick Schumann too, and they have an incredible second violinist principal. I mean, they're all good. But the guy from the Cleveland, he's amazing. And Jeremy, hey Jeremy, said to James, his recording of the Concertgebouw is also wonderful. But that live recording of the second is incredible. I'll have to Jeremy, James says. And Paolo, speaking of Blomstedt, his Sibelius cycle with San Francisco is very good.
You
the
know,
other thing with that is
that's the guy I was thinking. Yes.
not only is it good, it is the sound on those recordings are amazing. The interpretation's great, and the sound of the recording is just. I have it on CD, and it sounds like vinyl. I mean, it's amazing.
Thank you, James. James knows every single player of that orchestra. Very, very well. James Stephen Rose, second violin. Yeah, he's remarkable player. Remarkable. Okay, so let me just go through the rundown, if you don't mind. So please comment lots, which of course you're doing. We have the best peanut gallery in the world. Jan says the Macadamia Gallery. That's because that was with who was the gentleman that from New Zealand? I forget his name. He hasn't been on for
Andrew, right?
No, he hasn't
No?
been on for a long time. Wonderful man. But he works. He's in Christchurch.
Oh yeah.
So we have some upcoming guests, and we have on January the 8th we have Brian Taylor from the Gramophone in Edmonton. He in high-end audio equipment, music, and he's a fine instrument dealer as well. So he has great flutes and clarinets. And then James will be very happy to know that my friend Robert Wolfie we call him, clarinet with the Cleveland Orchestra. He's going to be on February the 5th. He's thrilled to come up. That's the Gramophone in Edmonton where Brian works. He lives in Victoria as well now, which is wonderful. He has a beautiful dog named Ginger. Yeah, Jan's like, Ginger's beautiful. And there's Robert Wolfie. Look at lovely Robert. Oh my God, what a wonderful, wonderful man. And a wonderful clarinet player. I'll have lots of stories to tell, and I'm sure he'll have lots of stories to tell about Cleveland. Just a wonderful person. So that's coming up. That's January the 7th. Now, just a reminder, guys, one more time, no show next week. Excuse me. I am indisposed, as they say. No, these guys could do it without me, but so that's next week. The following week is tentative. I'll announce it on my social media. It looks like there'll be a show, but the week after that, for sure, there'll be a show. Then we have 2 weeks off, Christmas Day and New Year's Day, and then we're back on January the 8th. So that'll be fun. So now, new releases. I've got this one. It's going to just go big for a second. It just came tonight. I'm going to do a review for Audiophilia. This is Michael Rabin on the Bell Telephone Hour. So in those days, the NBC and that had classical stuff. And so it's a double CD. And it's got lots of music on, so it's going to be fun. So there's that. And exit solo. And then we have, this is new from Decca, the Bruggen Project. Lucy Horse, if you're going to make your money as a recorder player, she's the one. She's absolutely remarkable player. And that's very good, Lucy Horse. Benjamin Groven talks a lot on social media. A lovely guy, young English player, very fine. Very fine. His list B minor sonata is audiophiles. You want to get that on digital CD or streaming. It's very good. But this is very good. Schumann and Brahms. And I want to talk a little bit about this one. Otto Tausk is a Dutch conductor, and he's the music director of the Vancouver Symphony. I'm on Facebook with him a lot. We post a lot. Delightful man and very fine conductor from all accounts. And he was showing off this record on Facebook. So I told him we'll talk about it on the show, and I'll introduce it for the gang, and hopefully he'll get some plays on streaming. You can stream this. And it's the very famous left-hand concerto by Ravel. Jim, do you know who Ravel wrote that for?
He wrote it for Paul Wittgenstein, didn't he? He lost his arm in the First World War.
Exactly.
He was blown off in the Somme or something.
It was, isn't that sad? But a wonderful pianist. And of course, that concerto for the left hand is very jazzy, very beautiful. But as I told Otto, the maestro, as I told Maestro Tausk, the find is the Korngold concerto for the left hand, which I didn't know at all, and it's remarkably good. Loving it. So that's one to find. You know, usually Carl's not here now. We have to look after Carl's streaming. So that's one to stream. It's very, very good. Beautifully played. The Norwegian Radio Orchestra is kind of like the BBC Concert Orchestra in London. They do light music, but they're very, very good. Okay, that's it for that. Okay. So now let's show some records. We'll hold on Scott. Jack is finally back home. Let's get you big, Jack. And let me just invite everybody up. And you know, guys, they go quick. So there we go. There's your link. First come, first served.
We all
Okay.
need to start yelling Joey.
Joey's not coming.
Joey, come
Joey
on.
sent me the most beautiful video. I wish I could play it on here. I haven't figured out how to do that yet. It's just what he's thankful for. And he's thankful for this show. He loves this show. He's thankful for Scott, for Jim, for Angie, Jack. Anyway, Joey's amazing. Anyway, let me go. Here we go. Let's share some records, bud.
Well, let's see. So I had a few hours between flights in Seattle coming back, and I picked up. Hi, Ryan. I picked up a bunch of interesting, older, like Jim says, hard played vinyl. Well, here's the first one.
Oh man!
So this was $4.99.
Wow.
Wow, that's a find.
Take it out. I played it last night. This is the one that they used in the movie. Now, Vicarian redid this. I think it was 73. Am I correct?
I'm not sure.
That recording, I think, musically is a lot better than this. But this, in 1958, I believe this was done, is unbelievable. And the record is VG Plus. It is so good. And it was $5. So that was a real score.
That's gorgeous, Jack.
Yeah, I think the 73 musically is better, but to have that is kind of a fun thing. This is a Phillips that was also $4.99.
That's a lovely record.
Simplicity. And again, this is very clean. It's a reissue. This is not an original. This is a reissue from about 1979. But a clean copy and a really good recording on the Phillips label.
Wonderful.
Yeah, so I had a good day.
They look two for two so far.
Yeah, so here's an interesting piece. I've never heard this, and I have yet to hear it. It just came today.
I love that.
You know anything about
Scott knows that record.
Yeah, that one's amazing sound.
Well, this one was $15, but it was in really good condition.
All of you guys are hitting it out of the park for your records.
Well, wait, I'm not done. I feel like that guy on the TV commercials, but wait.
No, keep going, buddy.
How about this one? Anybody know about Chadwick Symphonics?
I've never bought that because the cover creeps me the crap out. I tell you, it's just the creepiest cover, but it's supposed to be very good.
Oh man, I don't have that one.
Well, Scott, I'll tell you what. I'm going to listen to it, and if it doesn't do anything for me, I'll send it down to you.
That'd be awesome.
It's an original Mercury, and it's in good shape.
How much? 99p?
This I paid $10 for it. It's got the original.
Yeah, color back.
Yeah, colored back.
Good.
Yep. So
yeah,
if it doesn't do anything for me, it's a Christmas present. So here's an interesting one. This was $5, and this was in very, very good shape. Scott, it's a Victrola.
Oh yeah, I have that. What did you think of it?
It's real good. I listened to it this afternoon, and it's great.
Norton Gould is a great musician and a great conductor.
He is.
He's underrated.
Often overlooked, for sure.
It's an interesting thing on here. I'll talk about what I'm going to talk about later. That's another thing. How about this one?
Oh yeah.
Where did you get these?
These are all in a place called Hole in the Wall or Wall of Sound Music. It's a very eclectic record store up on Pike Street, not near the fish market, up on the hill. And
what city? What city?
In Seattle.
Oh, Seattle.
Yeah.
Oh, well, what's it called? We'll drive down.
Hole in the Wall.
Hey, Jan, we're going.
Yeah, you'll love the place. It's an amazing place. This was $7, and it's in impeccable condition.
Wonderful. Oh man.
I'd have bought all those records.
I haven't cleaned this one yet. I haven't looked at it. I looked at it in the store. Yeah, it's real clean. It's
Beautiful.
in good shape. And then let's see, we got a couple more. This was really interesting. I've been looking for this on vinyl. I have a copy on CD, but this is the Tilson Thomas.
That's a great. Well, Ozawa's conducting Central Park in the Dark, which is very challenging to conduct.
Yeah.
Download the score on IML. It's really difficult, but that's a wonderful record.
Yeah, I've got the CD on this. I think there's only one issue on vinyl on Discogs. There's like 5 CD issues. And then there was on Capitol. Scott, what do you know about Capitol?
Some of them are awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this wasn't very good. It was
No.
I mean musically it was good. Sound wise, it wasn't great.
What's the orchestra, Jack?
It's Steinberg and Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
Remember, Anthony, I sent you the picture of this when I was in the store last.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah. It's musically it's great. Sound wise, it's.
Is it the vinyl quality? 'Cause
I
that
think
can,
it's the vinyl quality.
yeah, that can be an issue with the Capitals.
Yeah. Full spectrum of sound.
Yeah, they sure look appealing. That's for sure.
Yeah, they sure do write about the early days of stereo here in the back. It's quite interesting.
Wonderful.
I got one more. This might have been the coup de grace for $5 VG Plus.
Oh yeah.
Ah.
I think Jim showed that. Jim from Chicago showed that one. Yeah.
This was a great find, and this was up on top, $5. And it's the old micro groove. Right?
Yeah. Yeah, I never skipped those monos. They're definitely.
Mono. Yeah. So that was my haul, and
Sounds like you had fun.
oh, it was a great afternoon. It's again, if you're in Seattle or you go to Seattle, Anthony, it's a wall of sound.
Check it out, Jack. You hit it out of the park. I would have purchased every one of those records.
Yeah.
Now Jim was up in Liverpool this week, working on his house. Did you get a chance to buy anything, Jim, or was it this week?
No, but I've got a couple of things. Actually, one of them I've been meaning to show you for a while because I think it's an incredibly rare thing. I'd be interested whether Scott's ever seen it.
Are they crackers? Are they crackers? You got a couple of crackers to show us?
Well, I'll show you this.
Yeah,
thing.
show us. We've got Angie coming up too from her basement.
Right. And I bought this actually in a record sale in London about 30 years ago. And I've never seen it anywhere ever before. It's Miklos Rosa conducting all his own film scores.
Oh, wow.
With the Rome, Symphony Orchestra of Rome, with Miklos Rosa and Carlo Savino. And it's one of those very early music for pleasure, the English label.
Right.
But I bought it brand new, so to be honest, I only played it 2 or 3 times over the years. I'm gonna give it a clean this week and see. But as far as I know, they've been re-released anywhere. And the other interesting box set which I've got is the Borodin Complete Orchestral Music with Loris Chernyavorian.
Oh, that's Armin's favorite conductor.
The Armenian Philharmonic.
Yeah.
Which and I found it the other day. And
what label?
It's RCA. I'll get one of the.
He made a bit of a splash in London when we were at Trinity, Jim.
Yeah. Well, that's why I'm interested to know what happened to him because you never hear of him these days. Well, maybe he's gone, but actually they're quite good performances. These. And they sound really good. I've also got a couple of others. I came across, right, one of my favourite Brahms piano concertos is the Claudio Rao Philharmonia Carlo Maria Giulini, which again is, this has got to be 40 years old now, this record. But it's on the, I think it's the last Classics for Pleasure labeling that they did.
Mm-hmm.
And fabulous performance. This performance and the Clifford Kurz and George Sal Vienna Phil is, I think they just knocked that concerto out of the park. There's nobody else to.
7:35 p.m.
And then finally, this is another one which is, I mean, I love this when I first got it years ago. It's Alfred Brendel playing the Emperor with the Vienna Pro Musica, conducted by Zubin Mehta.
When he was a student, I guess.
Yeah. Well, I think this was recorded. I mean, again, it's in good nick. I mean, I think I got it in a record sale. 1962. This was done. The right way up.
I love those labels. The turnabout labels.
Yeah. But great performance. It's one of my favourites, this. And, of course, he recorded all of them. But he only recorded this one with Zubin Mehta. And I don't know if you want any more. There's, I don't know if you remember Golden Guinea records.
No.
Yes.
But,
we'll know them.
Pineapple Pole, Pro Art Orchestra.
Oh, Johnny Hollingsworth. My dad worked with Johnny Hollingsworth.
Yeah, it's fabulous. It's a really fabulous, very old record, this now. If I can get it out of it. But they are Pi Golden Guinea.
Oh, look at that's a great label. Wow.
I mean, this is the only Pi Golden Guinea that I've got. But so there we are. So that's my little stash for this week, really.
Wonderful, Jim. Well, we've added Ryan from Maui, with a nice haircut. Very good. I think Ryan has a timer, and he gets in his car. I'm just out to 7-Eleven, sweetheart, to get stuff. I'm taking the kid with me, and he's in the back, and then he comes in and follows the show for an hour. Whatever you do, I love that Ryan's in the car. And Sky, is great to see you again, of course, from Kansas City. So let's go to now, Ange.
Jim, what was your favorite Brahms piano concerto? What was that album? Is that number 2 or number 1?
That's number 1. Claudio Rao, Philharmonia Giulini.
Okay, thank you.
Now we're going to get.
But the Clifford Curzon with George Sell is also, if you haven't heard that, you have to hear that.
Angie's got that, of course.
Yeah.
Okay, Angie, I want to talk to Angie just a little bit about cartridges for a second, and let me just get this. Okay, so that is the Instagram of a gentleman named Groove Tickler, Joseph Long, who has a very, very fine reputation for retipping cartridges of all sorts. And when I needed to get my Miyajima Labs retipped, and because I was purchasing the Aikido mono, I was going to sell the Miyajima, and I purchased the Miyajima, but it lost its diamond. So I was quoted $2,200 to retip a $3,300 cartridge, which I have no idea how much work goes into it. These people are great artisans; they have great skill. And the engine was fine, the suspension was fine, the cantilever was fine. It's just attaching but anyway, Joseph was $300 and asked all the right questions. He says, conical bore, right? He says, yeah, check here. You'll see if it's a 0.7 millimeter or 1. Like, he knew all the questions. He has an incredible reputation. But when I put this is my ingenue stuff, and I should have spoken to Angie first. When I put it on for sale on Concordia Mart, which I thought I had a right to do, I put that it's been retipped. I told him who was retipping it. It wasn't sent off to, it was a $300 retip. I was selling the cartridge for half price. I wasn't trying to make any money on it. So I got an email from the distributor, quite a firm email. That cartridge cannot be sold as a Miyajima cartridge. Well, of course not. I know that, and I did put that. He said it's not. It's you can't have warranty, which I knew that was the case. Of course, right? I was taking a $300 retip rather than a $2,200 retip. My choice. No warranty. Absolutely. And I wrote that in the ad. But he said this: you can't even call it a Miyajima Labs cartridge anymore. So I spent $3,300 on it. I paid full price for it. The Coco Bolu wood is perfect. The insignia was perfect. The suspension was perfect. The cartridge was perfect. The engine was perfect. The magnet was perfect. It needed a new diamond, but you can't call it a thing anymore. That kind of perturbed me a little bit. But Angie, I know, will have a really good explanation for this. And usually it's a little bit different than I think it's going to be, which is fine, because I like to have differences of opinion. Let me just remove that. Let me get Angie up. Big. Okay, Angie. So tell me what you think about retipping and the prices and why it's so high.
All right. He's right to say what he said. It's not the same thing anymore. For example, if you were to take, we'll talk about analog relax because that's something we're doing, or phase mation or whatever. The retipping program involves shipping it back to Japan. They recalibrate, recheck the cartridge, they rebirth it to its original specs. So there's a thorough checkup that's done. And when you get it back, it's like you've got an authentic, brand new cartridge.
Yeah.
It's not just retipped, it's rebuilt. They don't go just put a diamond tip on it and send it back. There's much more involved. And usually the amount for retipping is about 3/4 of the cost of the cartridge. So your $18,000 cartridge to retip becomes $12,000 to retip. But you've got back a brand new cartridge, same body, but it's totally rebuilt. So that's why the manufacturers will get disturbed by somebody else retipping their cartridges. Now, why does retipping, outside of the manufacturer? It's that or lose the cartridge entirely. So $300, you may not have an original, but you have a cartridge that's going to play music for you, and anybody can afford the $300. So we can't really get stupid on this. It depends how perfect you want to be. And the fact is, to buy a new one is 18, to buy a retip is 12. You're still putting $6,000 in your pocket. So yeah, most manufacturers of cartridges would get upset for the aftermarket retipping.
Well, I get the no warranty. It's just that I was my naivete. I didn't know what they were. I didn't know what they were. The actual things that went into it. So and these guys are artisans, and they're brilliant, and they're unique, and these Japanese guys especially. So
you're dealing with passionate people, so they take it so seriously.
Well, the guy.
They feel.
I'll tell you offline who the guy was, and you'll know who it is. He's a very passionate guy and incredibly knowledgeable. And I wasn't saying it just looked like, Anthony, you spent $3,375 on this. The whole cartridge is perfect. Just the diamond fell off, which was not a fault of mine. And we're happy to. But now you. So what I'm going to, I'll probably just send it to Scott or to. So Scott will have a nice model cartridge. He'll say to me, Anthony, it's not being retipped by Miyajima. I don't want it. No.
Yeah. No.
But anyway, But a lot of people who are real vinyl guys on Facebook said to me, this guy does excellent work, and I've heard nothing but great things. So there is an audience for it out there, because the retipping is so expensive. That's why I'm keeping. I have this on the Analog Relax, which I'm able to keep. It's magnificent. It's the best cartridge by far I've ever heard. It's absolutely remarkable in every way, shape, and form. I've got a review up now. I was so excited. I wrote the review in 3 days, and I put it up immediately. And I'm very happy that they're going to put it on their website. I'm very proud. I'm honored to be associated with them.
They were thrilled to death.
Well, I was thrilled to death to get the cartridge. And I will tell you that Jim and I have come out of concerts in London and walked on Cloud 9 across the 100-foot footbridge and gone to our curry place in Waterloo and been enervated and thrilled and freaked out by a concert. But it's always live. I've never had that experience, that emotional experience. I've loved equipment, my Boris speakers, this new symphony turntable. But when I put that Beethoven record on that Sky has now and Ryan has. I went weak in the knees, like literally. What the hell is that? It was so beautiful. Anyway, read the review if you're interested. But it's very expensive, just like a Stradivarius or
No, they have smaller models, which are just as engaging, but not
right.
weak in the knees. Yeah.
And I'd be happy to review those as well. Whatever you want.
Yeah.
But I will tell you that Michael got the first review of that and just raved about it, Michael Fremer, and then I copied his review. No, I wrote my own review, and but I did read his review, and he was hearing. In fact, he commented on my Facebook post, and he said, "I guess you're hearing the same things I were," and it was amazing. And then, oops, not that one. Then my other reference is the Aikida, which I'm absolutely keeping because it's a remarkable cartridge. It's much cheaper than the Analog Relax. But this is what I was saying, Angie, about retipping. And you're pretty good at gauging the hours. I mean, Michael and other people have said, sometimes 500, 800,000 hours. I mean, can you get a little more than 1,000 hours, or is that about it? Out of it?
Absolutely, because those numbers are dependent on the vinyl itself. They're dependent on the care that you take. Do you clean the record? Do you maintain the quality of the vinyl? The vinyl is what's giving the wear and tear to the cartridge. So if you be nice to your vinyl, your cartridge will be nice and it can last a lifetime. There really aren't hours
that makes
attached.
me feel a lot better. I'm gonna be switching. The Analog Relax is my number one. It's just, I'm in love with the damn thing, and it just makes me happy. Every morning I wake up and go, oh, I get to listen to the Analog Relax this morning. It's like, it just gets me out of bed. It's wonderful. It's that good. But the Akita Kai is no slouch. It's a wonderful cartridge. So was the Phasemations. I mean, the ones Scott's going to be getting. These are great cartridges. But if I switch them out a little bit once in a while, maybe it'll last a little bit longer. Also, Scott, can you tell us a little bit about the stylus? What's it called? The stylus, that little counter?
Pressure gauge.
No.
Stylus timer.
Yeah, the stylus timer. I bought one. It's on your recommendation.
It's a little device that just keeps, it's like a tachometer. It keeps track of your stylus hours. The only problem is you have to remember to turn it on and off. Otherwise, you end up having to reset.
Do you have one?
Yeah, I have one, but I stopped using it after a while because I kept losing track. I would forget to put it on and lose.
Ask Angie. I won't forget to lose track. I'm such an ADD. I'll be pressing that damn thing. It'll be right.
You don't need the hours. You just need take care of the vinyl.
Angie, and you know me. It'll be babied, right?
Yeah.
Anthony. One idea, for people like these older records that have been played, they're in good condition, but they're not pristine.
No. So everyone should have a second table to preview. Yes. And I've got a second table for that. Yes. So before I play it on my big stuff, it's got to go through that. It survives that, then it's okay.
100%.
I've got
perfect point, Jack.
Leave it to Angie. Leave it to Angie.
No, Jack, you brought it up. I forgot about that, but you're right. Second table, do a preview of your vinyl.
Yeah. That's a good idea.
Yeah, it always works out. If you want to keep the vinyl album, if it sounds good, and then you switch it with your other one, it really works well, actually.
I'm not sure if Jim can post comments, Joey. We'll get them to you. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, Joey.
And KIW, why? Because the diamond tip didn't come from them. Holy cow. Well, yeah, it's when you start to see how these cartridges are made, and from these Japanese artisans, I mean, they're geniuses. I mean, Akita-san taught on all of them, and he's been doing it since like 1950. And they're just remarkable men. I mean, if you just follow what the Japanese, the flower arranging and the bonsai and the tea ceremony and the tatami mats, the Japanese have a culture that is just remarkable. I'm in love with the Japanese culture.
It's also the bonding material to mount that stylus tip. the bonding material matters too. The alignment of that needle, the shape of that the diamond. The diamond is very crucial to line up. Anyway, there's
Oh no,
reasons.
you're absolutely right. I've educated myself because I was like 60% of the price of the damn cartridge, and he pissed me off with you. You don't have a Miyajima anymore. Really? Okay. But I get his point. I get his point. I would be concerned about why the tip fell off. Well, so was I, KRWD. Like we were trying to get the things, and it's like making a hell of a racket. But that happened once before. I was reviewing Charisma 1, or Charisma 2, and my friend Austin. I didn't know how to set up cartridge then. My friend Austin came over. We just couldn't get the damn thing like this, the Miyajima, and the stylus was off. It happens. It happens, right? Joey said, great review, Anthony. Thank you, Joey. I'm proud of that review, and I'm proud of the piece. And I'm thrilled to have it with the symphony and those speakers. Between the three of them, it's pretty magical. That's a great idea. Yes, what Jack said. Did we lose someone? Did we lose?
Yeah, we did.
Ryan.
Right, he'll come back. He'll come back. Let's ask Angie. What guys think about Lyra cartridges? The Lyra cartridge. Angie, what do you think?
They are very good cartridges. They've been in the cartridge industry for a long time. They have a very long cantilever, so you need to be careful on what arm you put this cartridge on. Alignments, because they're very slanted in the cantilever, you've got to make sure that you've got your VTA alignment proper. So setup is crucial, very important with the Lyra cartridge. But they're quite nice. They have a more brilliant presence to them. So no, they're new cartridges. They strip the body away from them. So you see the actual body itself. I got one of their old classics. It's one of the cartridges I have in my.
The Etna, it was amazing.
The Etna's phenomenal. Yeah, the Atlas, which is their big one. But yeah, they're quite good. But the turntable has to be really good quality, and setup is really crucial.
Well, that's the thing. With
you do that, you're good.
It's important to put the analog relax onto this arm that John's done, this turntable. I mean, it's magical. I mean that cartridge can go on any turntable and eat it up. Trust me. There's nothing that's gonna worry that cartridge. Hey Ryan, I'm glad you could come back. So Scott,
could I ask? Yeah, I would like to ask a question to Angie. What do you think about the Analog Magic software? Is that something that you feel is a benefit?
I'm not sure that I know that.
Oh, it's a cartridge setup software, so you see readouts of everything.
Yeah. Anything like that is quite good. I used to use, and I still use, the Fikert. They have a computer program, but I understand now they don't make it anymore. I still use mine, but anything that you can see the angle, the position, the rake of the cartridge, any computer program is good. I'm for any of those.
Right. Like it gives you the balance.
How much is the one you're talking about, Scott?
What is it? How much?
How much is the one you're talking about?
I think it's about $1,000 or so.
It's not. They're not cheap.
Yeah, because it shows you if it's the same like the Fikert, it shows you how the diamond sits and rides each side of the groove. And it reads it out digitally, so you're dead accurate on how that stylus tip is sitting inside that groove.
Yeah, I thought that was really important, and I was talking with Oswaldo about it, about possibly going in on one together, so we can both use it.
Good idea. Yeah. I don't know that program, but if it's doing some of that stuff, it's worth it.
Yeah.
The most important thing is learning how to.
Will make your stylus last better and longer because you're not riding one side of the groove.
Right.
When it sits properly in the groove, you're feeling more music. You're hearing more music. And the stylus tip will last longer.
Thanks, Ange.
Thank you.
Here's some of my suggestions for some different price cuts. I mean, the Analog Relax and the Aikitas, they're very expensive. This is the Stratos, John's, and I've reviewed it. It's very good. We're going to send it down to Scott, but mind you, Scott's getting a Phasmation now, which is one of my favorite cards. So and he'll get the chance to do that. But that's $2,000.
Stratos is good.
It is.
Stratos is good.
Way underpriced. I put this on for is it Andrew from Oz? That's right. That's a Caliburn with a copperhead with the cartridge that I think he wants to get. I keep telling him to call Angie. That's my cartridge. So anyway, this is not my turntable. But he bought a Caliburn, so I told him to come up and show us his Caliburn. Now that's a
Great table.
Fantastic. That's a good cartridge. That's a gold ring Ethos, $15.99. I've heard it 3 or 4 times. Very good cartridge. And then of course Phasmation PP1000. That's I'm not sure how much that is US, Ange. I think it's $3,600.
Just double check. Yeah, I forget now. I think it's about 8,000.
No, this is the PP1000. This is not the 3,000.
Yeah, I can't remember offhand. Sorry.
I think it's
I should remember, but I don't.
It's about $3,600. I mean, all the Phasmations are wonderful. Okay, so let me just take that off. So now, remove. So now we'll get to the other ones in a second. So I'm going to go to Scott, and you're going to go to the vault. And I think we'll have time for even my vault tonight. And then we'll go to Ryan and Sky, see if they got some records, and of course Angie. Okay, solo layout. Scott, what are you going to show us?
Okay, I got a couple of things to show you, records, and I wanted to show you a series of books very briefly. I'm not really recommending these, but I think they're curiosities that you might see when you're browsing, and you might want to pick them up. These are 0.5 series releases from RCA, Victor. This is the famous Fritz Reiner. Pictures at an exhibition. And what they were is half-speed mastered audiophile pressings that RCA tried to do themselves. They've since been surpassed by, the classics and Chad Kassem's Analog Productions ones. And of course the originals. At the time these came out, like Harry Pearson and friends were like, not too thrilled about them, but they are pretty nice. They're pressed on Teldec vinyl, and I have a few of them. And of course, the very famous performances. Mm-hmm. They also come in die cut covers like this. So.
Fabulous!
Yeah,
you never cease to amaze us, Scott.
That's pretty cool. This one, actually, I'm thinking of getting the Analog Productions of this performance.
The La Mer is unsurpassed. I told you last week a lot of people like it. It's not my favorite piece, but the La Mer is incredible.
Yeah, I think Sir Colin Davis has one good one.
This is their Scheherazade, Reiner, one of the most famous, and this is one of my favorite records. The Rubinstein.
It's also got the Paganini on there. I wish mine did. It only has Rachmaninoff Concerto No. 2 for $45, which I purchased because the great Scott said.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
It's amazing.
This is a different coupling. I was thinking the Rhapsody is with Nights in the Garden of Spain on the original. Right?
That's a much better coupling.
And finally, this one of their best sellers.
Wow.
Yeah.
How much would they be now?
Oh, used?
Yeah, Discogs. Are they
maybe $10.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How do they sound?
They sound pretty good. They're not as bad as Harry Pearson made them out to be, I don't think. That's what the label looks like.
Wow.
And they come in these nice polyline sleeves, Teldec vinyl. There was about, let me see, about a dozen of them. The other thing I wanted to show you is, and I did a video on this a long time ago, but for collector, people who are collecting or, crate digging and come across classical records that they might want to read about, there's a edition for each year, Records in Review. And I bought a bunch of them over the years, but the last batch I got were all wrapped carefully. The owner like really took care of them.
Oh, wow.
They're amazing. I have them from 1959 onwards. So any classical record that came out, you can read the original review that came out in Hi-Fi. What is it? Hi-Fi News and Record Review. Yeah.
Only classic.
That's pretty cool. It's good to have some reference material.
Is it only classical, Scott?
Only classical. Yeah. Classical, opera.
Thank you.
Every release.
A question for you, Ange. Can you read that?
I am partial to buying American when I can. What do you think of the Grado cartridges? Grado cartridges have such legacy. They are, on the sound wise, they are very musical. They're fairly easy to mount, although because of the body height, you might want to raise the back of your arm. So raise the VTA a little bit and make sure that it's lined up properly. But yeah, they're all moving magnet cartridges. So any phono stage, it's a breeze to play their cartridges. Really simple and easy.
I think they're moving iron, which is, they say the same.
Yeah,
as
moving iron.
Yeah,
But it's
they say
moving,
they're
moving magnet load. Yeah, it's not moving coil. Yeah,
definitely not. And Carl has the second to top one, the Aeon, and he $8,000.
Yeah.
He loves it. And Joe Grado has been very nice to Carl. Frederick says, Scott, have you got the question for you, bud? Frederick?
Yeah, Scott, have you ever run across the Angel 45 RPM reissues? Like the Moody 45 pictures at an exhibition. I never had that one, but back in the day, I did pick some of these up, and they were interesting. They were curious. I never ended up keeping them. I don't know why, but I just didn't feel like they measured up to the best of the European pressings. But they were
the Philadelphia Orchestra, Moody.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a good recording on 33. I have it.
Oh yeah, famous performance. Really, really wonderful. But yeah, that series was another attempt, just like this RCA 0.5 series, to do for the company themselves to do audiophile reissues. You know, and
Justin said, I recently got a collection of Decade Jubilee series vinyl. Anyone know anything about them? They're very good, very interesting pressings. It depends on the Walthamstow pressing or the Dutch pressing. Always go for the English pressing. Now, there's a very English fellow. It's called the Analog Anorak. Now, if you English, you know what an anorak is. An anorak is someone who's a bit of a nerdy thing about it, right? And he's hello, I'm David Walter. I'm the Analog Anorak, and he's only got a couple of hundred subs. So check him out and sub him up because
I love his channel.
Oh, good. I'm glad. Yeah, and he speaks very, very nicely about, and he's very knowledgeable, and he does his research. So so Justin, check out the Analog Anorak. Very nice fellow. And he does it. He's just did a Decade Jubilee video that's very detailed. I mean, it's almost a Scott Wilsonian detail. Almost, not quite.
Yeah, they're quite lightweight. The records are quite thin. They're lightweight vinyl, aren't they? But they are quite good. I bought a few recently.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Frederick says 70s Penguin record guys are interesting too. So they have their biases. Yeah, pro DGG, anti RCA. Well, there's one guy there. Who's the head honcho with Gramophone for many years? Oh, Greenfield.
Oh yeah.
I remember going in. He was part of a jury, and I was going in auditioning for Tanwood, and I got beaten out by a cellist named Anna Biswas, who deserved to go. He was brilliant, kicked my ass. But I remember playing, and he was like, You're just like sneering at me the whole damn time. Oh yeah, Penguin. So I'm not a big fan of the Penguin guys, but I mean, it's lovely to have them. They're great resources, You just have to everything. Just take it, with a grain of salt. Listen, if you enjoy it, you enjoy it. Okay, so we've done James, Angie. Do you have some records to show tonight?
Yeah, I've got a couple. I've got more CDs, but I think we'll do the CDs
CDs,
another
fine.
time.
No,
I've got
CDs.
a few records here.
Anthony,
Yes.
I know while Angie is on, it's really important. I think the viewers need to know. Angie has more point. When you buy a cartridge, buy the cartridge based on what kind of tone arm you have, because it has either a heavy load or a mass tone arm or a low.
Yes.
So don't just really go out and buy a cartridge and thinking it's gonna really sound good.
Absolutely not. Well, you have to educate yourself. The thing is, if you go to a dealer, not buy it off eBay. If you go to a dealer like Angie would not sell you a cartridge that wouldn't match to your tone arm and the mass of the tone arm. So yeah, go to a reputable dealer. Always. Great point, Sky. Okay, go ahead, Ange.
Oh, here we go.
That's actually very important, Sky. Yeah.
There.
So there's this one.
Oh, James is gonna get. Look, James is looking at it with love in his eyes. Oh, there's another one. Oh God, more Zell and that Hungarian maniac and the Sleeping Orchestra. That's wonderful.
The Screaming Skull.
Yeah, that's a lovely record too. God, when he started conducting. Wow, that's a great record. Angie. Oh, man. That's beautiful.
Yeah. Oh.
What label is that?
EMI, I think.
Columbia.
EMI Columbia.
HMV,
Yeah.
So that's the few. One we were talking about earlier. Well, at least one of them anyway.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, can we have that one, please? Is that an original?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, that's
Look.
great performance.
Oh, that's gorgeous, Ange.
Mm.
Okay, now you're just showing off. Oh, look at that.
I haven't seen that one.
Can you name? Okay, can you name them all? Top left, all the way around. Kemp, Carrie-Ann, I don't know who that is. Kubelik, Richter, Gundulianovitz.
Klemper.
Lift it up.
Yeah.
Lift it up. Miss Clive, Bohm, and Fisher Dayscale. I don't know. I think I'm wrong on a couple of them. No, it's Carl Richter. It looks like whoever said that. That's a great record, Ange.
It is. It's like just sit and play it, no switching of vinyl. And if you want, I've got a few CDs. If you'd like to see, some of these are audiophile grade CDs. Hold on, I just got to pick up what fell. So this one, which we all know and love, was redone on XRCD. This is amazing. I love this recording.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, that's your favorite, Ange, right there.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
That's true.
Mm.
Makes me cry.
Yeah, every time I go, Angie's playing that CD is amazing.
Yeah. This is a Dorian label. Their recordings are really good.
Great label, upstate New York.
Right. Yeah.
I've got some more Dorians, which I'll show you.
Dorian had some great locations to record in. It really enhanced.
Again, this is the label, which is quite good. Her voice is amazing.
Oh, that's a good recording. Hey, Sky.
Yeah.
Did you know the Hagen Quartet? They're wonderful.
Yeah, they are.
Brothers and sisters.
Another Dorian.
Mm-hmm.
Rachel Barton. She was a very interesting. Do you know the story about Rachel Barton? She was running to get the train in Chicago on the loop, and her violin case got caught and she got dragged under the tracks, and unfortunately she lost a leg, and but she's back playing and playing brilliantly.
Horrible.
It's just a terrible accident, but my God, what a story and what a player. Oh, that corn gold Dorian, yeah. I think I'll have to order that.
Yeah.
Mozart.
Oh, yeah.
There's a lot of Mozart Requiem lately.
There's one coming out on DG, the original source, the Carl Byrne. She's amazing, and Sylvie.
I like Schubert leaders. Yeah, Schubert songs are really good.
Krastov's a great singer too.
Well, I'm glad we're having a conversation on each of them.
Well, they're great. They're all great, Ange. Are these going up on your website?
Well, that's a good idea. I could put CDs.
Oh yeah, people buy CDs. You won't be able to charge as much, but you can still get money for them.
Well, that's why I don't know if I want to do that, because the music is worth keeping.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, you know me and my fixation with 1812.
Yeah, I've got a few to show tonight. Oh yeah, that's a famous one.
Yeah, Zender.
And the last one,
I think was that
reference recording.
I think Zender was nominated for that for Emmy, if I'm correct.
Yeah, wouldn't surprise me.
That's all, folks.
Beautiful, Ange.
Mm.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, Sky.
Sorry,
do Ryan first. Ryan first, and then Sky.
There's a funny story about that Xander. I think when he was in Emmy Awards, one of the pop singers came and asked, he said, "How long is your song?" He said, "Mine is just 3 minutes." And, and he
It's 90 minutes.
It was really good.
Okay, Ryan, some of the records you've been showing from your car are just remarkable. Do you have some records to show today?
Sure. Somebody once asked in the peanut gallery about 7-inch classical records. I only have one. It wasn't a commercial product. This is George Demas playing the some bagatelles by Beethoven and a few release. It was a giveaway from this Imperial Chemical Industries. So it was something to promote a drug called Astromid X. I think it's a cholesterol pill. Apparently, one of the parts of the Imperial Chemical Industries was Zeneca, which merged with AstraZeneca, and one of their drugs was propofol. That's a drug that killed Michael Jackson.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. So this is the only 7-inch 45 classical album I have. I did have the Argo. This is original Noyes Flood.
Oh yes. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
On Argo.
Oh yeah.
And I have a bunch of Argos. Does anybody have this Butterworth? This is the only album by Butterworth I have.
Yeah, fantastic.
Yeah.
Great.
This is beautiful. Yeah, very beautiful.
Ryan, do you know what happened to him? Butterworth?
Butterworth? No.
Yeah. He wrote a Shropshire Lad, which is absolutely beautiful. He got killed at the Battle of the Somme in the First World War. He was like 22 years old. Yeah, it's just so sad.
How many composers died in World War I? There was a French one that shot at the Germans, and they burned his house down and killed them. Huh?
Oh, that's right. Maynard. And then Wittgenstein lost his arm.
And Butterworth was very good friends with Vaughan Williams, and Vaughan Williams took that. Was it him or Bax that he took?
Probably both. All those guys at the Royal. Ask Jim. Jim is a graduate of the Royal College of Music. He should. He'll know. All those guys.
What are you asking?
Did Butterworth know Bax and Vaughan Williams?
Oh yeah. Because they were all. I mean, Bax, Vaughan Williams, Stokowski. Stokowski actually shared a flat with Vaughan Williams when they were both 14.
Yeah.
Because in those days, you went to college at 14 because you're considered an adult.
And Vaughan Williams served in World War I and II.
Yeah. And
Ambulance
that's
driver.
why Vaughan Williams got Stokowski to premiere all his symphonies in America, because they were very good friends.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Go ahead. Go
We were
ahead,
talking
Brian.
about Bill Evans earlier.
Oh,
This is sort of a crossover. Kronos Quartet plays the music of Bill Evans. They had Eddie Gomez and Jim Hall. They're not on the same track, so Gomez plays on 3 of the tracks on side 1, and Jim Hall a few on the second side. I thought the Eddie Gomez ones were better.
That's
His
interesting.
his bass is really thick. They also did I think they did a Thelonious Monk one also. I found another album. Eddie Gomez plays the bass on 3 of the tracks,
Yeah.
and he's fantastic. Those are the best tracks to me, the ones with Eddie Gomez.
He's playing the bass on that trio that I reviewed today.
Gomez was he was a Juilliard graduate.
Incredible bass player.
Yeah.
So this is that same label that CBS from Classiques. This is some Chabrier and Bizet. Not as good as the chamber music, but still very good. So if I see any more of these, I'll certainly pick them up.
Yeah, cool.
I do have the Shaded Dog of this. I think Scott was showing this a week or 2 ago. Surprise item, surprise. Yeah. This is one of the best sounding things I bought this year. It's just a Soria of Heifetz Piotrkorsky. They're playing slightly larger format things. So it's Piotrkorsky, Heifetz. They're doing these chamber works. They have the Mozart Quintet, Mendelssohn's Octet. Mendelssohn wrote that when he was 16 years old. It's one of the most amazing things I've ever heard. This is a really good recording.
Is that a box set, right?
Yeah, it's a box set. There are 3 records in there.
Okay.
There's Mozart's Quintet in G minor, Mendelssohn's Octet in E flat major, Schubert's Quintet, Brahms Sextet, and the Franck Piano Quintet.
Ooh, Brahms.
Oh, beautiful.
Sky was showing David and Igor Oistrakh on RCA.
Yeah.
DG. It was on DG, right? They're playing the Bach double. Yeah, this I got that. That is a really good record. But this one sounds better though because it's Decca London playing some Mozart. Yeah, this is a very, very good sounding album.
Can you imagine? What would you like to be, David? I want to play the violin like my daddy. Who's your father? David Oistrakh. Oh shit! But he's not. He's pretty good. But of course, David Oistrakh is, the greatest.
I had a question for you guys who might have bought records in the 60s. I don't know if anybody was old enough to be buying records in the 60s, but were they taping things to the covers like this back then? Was this normal?
I've never
So I have the Petrushka, and it has this. It's like a hype sticker, but it's stuck to the album.
Interesting.
I've seen it a couple of times, but it could have been a promo copy.
Oh, okay. Maybe that would make sense.
Yeah.
You can't tell. It's not. Can't tell. But look, it's just a Shaded Dog. This sounds really, really good. So this is from 1960. Petrushka, Stravinsky.
That's a good recording.
It's very good.
It's good, Ryan.
The reissue is very good. Sold out right now, unfortunately, but it's very good.
Yeah.
I think Petrushka is yet to be recorded. Oh, by the way, Scott, I've ordered the Danon. It's coming from Discogs.
Chesky?
This is the Danon.
Oh, he's got it there.
So this is the one from the box set, the Treasury, the Reader's Digest one. It sounds really good. Unfortunately, they stuck in the Love for Three Oranges on it, so it's kind of crowds it. So it really goes close to the label. This one sounds better because it doesn't do that.
That's the one I've ordered. Yeah.
There it is.
Performance.
It's okay.
I like the other one better as far as performance goes, but the sound of this is fantastic.
Was that James saying it's okay?
Okay. Sorry.
That was funny, James.
And I did get this in vinyl.
Oh, that's coming from me too, except we have Canada Post strike right now. Good.
Oh no.
Did you play it?
I guess everything's going to slow down now with Christmas coming, huh?
Yeah.
I showed you the Hyperion for von Bingen, Hildegard von Bingen. I had the original one from the 80s. I didn't get the reissue. This is a new Hyperion I got though, of Angela Hewitt playing Goldberg.
Oh yeah, what'd you think?
This is my favorite version of this now. It's really good, and the recording is very good. So yeah, this is my favorite. I have about 20 different Bach Goldbergs now, but this is my favorite.
You and
So I highly
Carl
recommend.
Carl loves that as well. Yeah, Angela Hewitt, she's interesting. She studied in the University of Ottawa. That's, can you believe it? With a guy named Jean-Paul Sevilla, who taught one of our Jan's and my best friends. And they're Angela Hewitt and her are best friends. And she's a good pianist. But Jean-Paul Sevilla is this giant pianist, and he just wanted to teach in Ottawa, the University of Ottawa, and had all these great students. Okay, Ryan. Oh, you got one more, Ryan?
Well, I got someone was showing Mercury Living Presence playing Fennel band stuff. About 2 months ago, I got about 30 records at the library store. Somebody unloaded a huge collection of Fennel. They had Mercury Golden Imports as well as original Living Presence. I figured out that it was one of the band instructors' collections. I found a tag on there. I recognize his name. He was a band teacher for about 30 years. But I guess I don't know what happened to him, but somebody donated his collection apparently. So I bought them all.
James, did you donate your collection of Freddie Fennell's Eastman? James, where did you go to school?
Ohio State.
Ohio State.
Yeah.
Over the guy on that last.
Well, no, actually, we had a pretty good concert band.
Oh yeah, no, wonderful.
I mean, we had Fennell. I've played under Fennell before, so.
Now, what was your instrument?
Clarinet.
Clarinet.
Yeah, that's
so. So you'll enjoy Wilkie coming on.
Actually, just let Robert know that I'm watching Effendi's dog, who is the principal clarinet. He's leaving to go back home, and we're watching his dog.
Oh, nice. Isn't that wonderful? Both Canadians. Okay, Sky,
Yes.
let me put you up, Sky, for a second. We just got about, we're a little running late, which is fine, because I wanted to talk to Angie about cartridges and retipping. We'll do Health and Laban. Remember, no show next week, but there should be a show the following week. I'll let you know. And whenever we do that, we'll have time to do Health and Laban. Okay, Sky, do you have any records to show us?
I do. This is for Jack, since it's Black Friday, Christmas is coming.
I need this guy.
This is a porno label. This is a 4 LP set on 45. This is Haydn Cello Concertos by Filippini. It's again porno label.
How's the performance, Sky?
It's outstanding. It's outstanding. I actually set aside a different one, but after playing this, there is no going back. It sounds fantastic.
Sky, I have something for you, Sky.
All right. Here's a Starker.
I have that. Yeah, that's a great album.
That's a great album. You want to get this, and I'll do one string quartet. Now, this is you probably don't know the Rochberg. It's not played as much as I would love to play it. Is actually the Concord String Quartet is an I believe Emmy winning a quartet or Emmy nominee. They are outstanding. Grammy, yes, and it's I wish I wish they had a third, because third is really good. But the 5 is outstanding, and this is on RCA. It's just fantastic. It's just, can you imagine? I mean, we are only talking about 16 strings here, 16 strings, but the sound they produce is just divine.
Great recommendation, Sky.
I have one more since holidays is coming.
Okay, all right.
I got that.
Now I do have this. I prefer this.
Which one are you going to send to us?
I prefer the original. They really, I don't know, they pumped up the little
analog phonic. Me no likey. They're Juilliard, Death and the Maiden. They really cut it hot, man.
Now, Anthony, I know we don't have time, but you send this.
Go
So
ahead.
if people can find this, another alternative to this is the red seal.
Oh,
and-
Utu Ugi, yeah, you don't see him very much.
And if you want to know what Anthony is listening on this, also get this and you will see it. They play really well. They do play well. So that's about it. There's more, but that's for another show.
That's wonderful. Thank you so much, Sky. My God.
Hey,
Amazing.
Hey, Sky, Joey had a question earlier before you came on. I believe that cellist was
Yeah.
Wallerstein.
Yeah, Wallerstein. I only heard her play the Shostakovich. I actually streamed it. But that's really it. I don't know about her as much as I would like to.
She's very good. The Beethoven sounds very good. Just the last couple of seconds, our friend from Cleveland, from Columbus. Okay.
But this is just from last week. You were talking about the Roja, the violin, and this is I played this many times, but I'll tell you the one you recommended on CD is quite good. I mean, it's
Roman Simovich. He's a concert master, but he also did the Paganini Caprices. He's a wonderful violinist. He does a lot of. I mean, they have 3 concert masters, so he's always going around doing solos and stuff. You know, when
the Benjamin on here is. I mean, the whole thing's great. It's. But I just had one more. This is for Jack, and I was playing this the other night. This is a jazz one, but if the Swingle or the Lambert Hendrickson Ross, if you want a good Lambert, this is the best I've ever heard. I mean, they're incredible on this. It's got Zoot Sims and a bunch of.
They always had great bands. I mean, it was great instrumentation behind them.
Right.
Thank you so much, James. My goodness. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we've come to the end of another show. I can't believe how fast it goes. Thomas has a question for you, Ange. What's the pricing of the Analog Relax EX300 and EX500?
Let me look at, I just, it's an age thing, maybe. I just can't remember prices, but it will come up in a second.
You have a lot of choices, Angie. It's okay to not remember the price.
I had it up here. They start at about 5,000.
That would be the 300.
Yeah, then there's a 500. Here we go. I'll tell you exactly. So we're looking, 5,500, 6,750, 17,750, and the new one that Michael Fremer has that he hasn't reviewed yet is 22,500.
Tell him to send it back. No, that's wonderful. I can't wait to read his review.
So the 300 is 5,500 and the 500 is 6,750. And thanks for the comment from Frederick on the reflection of the records and CDs I hold up. I'll work on it. I'll work on it.
I didn't put it up because I didn't want you to get mad.
No, I'm not mad. I'll work on it.
No, I know, but I know you. So thanks.
I can't fix what I don't know.
happy holidays to everybody. Everybody, a very, very, very happy Thanksgiving to all our American friends.
Yes.
So just as we go around the round robin, I just want to say thank you to everybody, especially great questions, of course, from the Peanut Gallery, but also from the team and Sky, especially about retipping in that, and Angie, your insights into retipping, because it's a pretty contentious subject because it is so expensive, but it's what you're getting, and it's if you're getting into high end, low output Japanese artisanal cards, or even the German ones, Clear Audio, you're gonna have to retip it sometime, unless you really do, like you say, really look after them, and I think most people around here will. So check out our channels, Straight Talk with Jack, Audio Food channel, the Pressing Matters, of course. Jim's back from. Are you in town for the next 2 weeks? Because no show next week. Are you in town or are you off to Liverpool, Jim?
No, I'm in town. Yeah.
In town, good. Okay. And James, James, are you practicing your clarinet for when Wolfie comes on?
I'm practicing.
What kind of clarinets when you're playing? What kind of clarinets do you play?
You mean the brand buffet?
Yeah,
Yeah, but I play a buffet R13, just a regular
very
buffet.
nice. You mean you don't play German system in that orchestra?
All right.
German system. Listen, guys, just stick around for the after show, the after party. Thank you so much, everybody, for another amazing show. Your knowledge base is staggering. Your collections are staggering, and you surprise us each week with your records and your CDs and your knowledge. So thanks. Have a happy Thanksgiving, and we'll see you in 2 weeks. Okay.
All right.
Take care.
Okay.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.